You ever have that feeling? You know the one. You're perfectly happy with your phone, your laptop, whatever, and then a new one gets announced. And suddenly that device in your hand feels a little less great. Well, you're not alone. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on what I call the upgrade illusion. The entire system built to make you believe what you own is never, ever enough. And it all starts with a story.
So picture this guy. Let's call him Marcus. In an Apple store. Just the night before, he loved his phone. It was fast, took great pictures, did everything he needed. But then he watched the big keynote. And just like that, his satisfaction evaporated. His phone hadn't changed one bit. It was still the exact same device. But in his head, it was already obsolete. So what is that? How does something that was top of the line one day suddenly feel like a dinosaur the next? Well, I can tell you this for sure. It is not an accident. It's a very, very deliberate business strategy. See, the whole game for the modern tech industry isn't about selling you an amazing device just once. No, it's about selling you pretty much the same device over and over and over again. They don't have to actually break your old phone. They just have to break your satisfaction with it. And this illusion, believe me, it has a massive price tag. I mean, according to the Consumer Technology Association, the average American household drops about $1,700 every single year on new gadgets. Every year. But okay, let's zoom out. Let's look at the real lifetime cost. If you keep that spending up for about 40 years of your adult life, you're looking at a staggering $68,000. That's not pocket change. That's a down payment on a house or a really nice car. But here's the real gut punch. It's the opportunity cost. What if you took that money and just invested it? In a simple index fund, nothing fancy. It could grow to over $340,000. That is the true hidden cost of constantly needing the next new thing. So you see, you're not really buying a new gadget. You're buying into a system. You're paying for a subscription to a cycle of feeling good for a moment and then being made to feel dissatisfied right on schedule for the next release. So how do they actually do it? All right, let's look under the hood. There is a well-oiled machine designed specifically to create that feeling of inadequacy. And it's not just a bunch of flashy ads. It's a system with 3 core parts designed to make your tech feel ancient way before its time. First up, software. You know how that new OS update comes out and suddenly your older phone feels kind of sluggish? Yeah, that's often because the software is built for the newest chips, not yours. Second, the hardware itself. They design these things to be almost impossible to fix. A simple battery swap should be easy, but they make it so difficult and expensive that you think, might as well just get a new one. And finally, the big one. The relentless year-after-year hype cycle that just beats you down, psychologically devaluing the perfectly good phone that's already in your pocket. And this quote just nails it. When you watch one of those big keynote events, you're not just seeing new products. You are watching a masterclass in psychological conditioning, a performance designed to plant a tiny seed of discontent that they hope will grow into a new purchase. Now, I can already hear what some of you are thinking. Okay, but the new devices are better. And you're not wrong, they are. But the real question is, how much better? And more importantly, is it a better that you will actually notice in your day-to-day life? Because here's the thing the companies don't want you to focus on. For what 95% of us do, texting, scrolling social media, snapping photos, browsing the web, the speed difference between this year's model and last year's model is basically nothing. We're talking about a 5% speed boost that you can measure in a lab, but you will literally never feel in your hand. I mean, just look at this breakdown. You can fork over $1,200 or more for the latest flagship, or you can pay around $450 for a 2-year-old refurbished model that, for almost everything you do, gives you a functionally identical experience. The value proposition is just, it's not even close. So this completely reframes the choice, right? It's not about buying something new versus something old. It's about paying a massive premium for a tiny, imperceptible gain versus buying what you could call arbitraged excellence. You're getting a top-tier flagship experience for a mid-range price, all because you're letting someone else pay that initial marketing fuel depreciation. And look at how this plays out over the long term. The person who's always upgrading, let's call them the upgrader, will burn through more than $84,000 in 30 years. But the smart buyer, who waits, who buys refurbished, just $27,000. That's a $57,000 difference. That's life-changing money that stays in your pocket, not theirs. Okay, so we've seen the problem, we've seen the insane cost. But the best part is, getting out of this trap is 100% in your control. It's actually pretty simple. Here's your action plan.
It really just boils down to 4 steps. First, get real about what you actually need your device to do, not what the ads tell you it can do. Second, basic maintenance. A new battery can give a phone or laptop years of extra life for cheap. Third, make refurbished your default. Seriously, it's the single best value in all of tech. And finally, set your own timeline. Decide you'll only upgrade when your current device stops meeting your actual needs, not just because a new one came out. And hey, there's another huge benefit here that we haven't even talked about. Roughly 80% of a phone's entire lifetime carbon footprint comes from making it in the first place, not from you charging it. So the most powerful environmental choice you can make is just to keep the device you already have for as long as possible. So I'll leave you with this one question. The next time you feel that pull, that itch for the new shiny object, just stop and ask yourself, is this thing in my hand actually obsolete? Is it truly failing me? Or was I just told it is by a brilliant, multi-billion-dollar machine designed to make me feel that way? The answer just might save you a small fortune.